So Jared, welcome back to Sao Paulo. It's not your first time fighting here in Sao Paulo. What are the memories that you have from that night you fought here? Got such a huge win against Hacran Dias, such a dominant performance against you.
I remember being backstage and Max Griffin, welterweight, they were like, Max, you're up. And he was like, all right, hold on. And he was throwing up. And then you could hear the Brazilian chants. And the stadium was like going crazy. And I was like, but I love being here. When I said it before, when I flew in, everything looked familiar. Driving here, everything looked familiar. Certain things have happened, which I was like, oh, this happened last time I was in Brazil. So it feels natural, and it feels like I'm supposed to be here. And I love the people. You know, I have a million Brazilian friends at home. And coming here, everyone's super friendly. And, you know, you guys have a bad reputation as a crowd. But I get it. Like, that's what you have to do in the stadium. But, like, outside of the stadium, before, after the fights, everyone is so nice. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm excited, and I have a huge opportunity ahead of me.
Last time you were fighting someone from Rio. Now you're fighting Charles Oliveira, who's from Sao Paulo. He's very, very popular here. I imagine there'll be hundreds of people in the arena cheering for him. So maybe the reception is going to be way worse this time.
It's definitely possible, and I'm expecting that, and I've been thinking about that. But, you know, I feel like I thrive in tough situations, and that's what brings the best out of me. And, you know, last time, I didn't know this, but when I fought Hacran, I got in the cage, I looked across the cage, and there's Jose Aldo and Pederneiras, and I was like, what a corner, you know? And so, I mean, how much worse can it get, you know? And everywhere I fought was someone else's hometown. I'm from New York City. I've yet to fight there. So every time I fought, I had to travel to someone else's hometown to fight them. Everywhere I went was someone, they always had the home field advantage. So my last fight was in Minneapolis. The guy I fought was from Minneapolis. So the whole crowd was booing me when I came out. So, I mean, it's nothing new to me. It's probably going to be a little more intense, but that's fine. I'm laser focused, so it's all that matters.
Do you hope to one day be in a New York card, or are you just used to being the bad guy right now?
It's funny that you asked me, because I was begging my manager to get me on the Madison Square Garden card. It didn't happen. And then they sent me to Sao Paulo to fight the hometown kid. So it was funny, but it was a bigger opportunity. If I fought in New York, I probably would have been on the prelims. I would have fought a guy who is not ranked, and he probably would be tough. So it would be a hard fight against a guy that's not ranked. So here I am. I have a chance to crack the top 15, and that's what I came here to do.
I could be wrong, but I think you didn't have a full training camp for this fight since it was announced. I think it was maybe the last fight announced for this card here in Sao Paulo, or did you have a pretty good?
No, I had a full camp. Yeah, I was training in Florida for a long period of time, and then I got back to my gym. I was there for 7 weeks, so I got there. I was already in shape, so you know, just sharpened my skills, and here I am.
There's no secret that Charles Oliveira is going to try to take you down and submit you. How do you prepare for someone with such a clear game plan?
Obviously, we work jiu-jitsu and we work defense, but I'm more focused on what I'm going to do to him, which will stifle what he's going to do to me. So, you know, I said it before, you fight a wrestler, oh, he's going to wrestle you. You fight a striker, you got to watch out for his striking. Now I'm fighting a jiu-jitsu guy, you got to fight a jiu-jitsu guy. But he's good everywhere. He's not just good at jiu-jitsu, he's a good kickboxer, he's a good wrestler, he's a good jiu-jitsu guy. So what's the difference? If I'm going to get to the top, I got to fight the best.
Maybe trying to, do you think about maybe taking him down to prove a point against someone who has the record for most submissions in the UFC, or maybe that wouldn't be the smartest game plan?
It depends when and where and how far into the fight we are. You know, if obviously in the beginning we're both fresh and he subs guys in the first round all the time. So, I mean, you know, it depends where it goes. He starts getting tired, maybe I start getting tired. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe I get cut in the first, maybe he gets cut. You know, you never know what's going to happen. You could walk in the cage and you hurt your knee just walking in the cage. I remember when Anderson Silva fought Patrick Cote, and his knee blew out. He blew his ACL out just dancing around on the outside. So this is MMA. Anything could happen. I'm going in there. I'm going to give it everything I got, and we'll see what happens, and I'm expecting victory.
I was taking a look at your social media. I saw pictures with Anthony Pettis and Paul Felder, guys that were able to finish Oliveira both on the feet and on the ground. Did you talk to them at all about this matchup? How do you plan to get it done on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. I mean, 2 teammates that beat him. I have a coach that cornered against him twice. You know, I have a great jiu-jitsu coach, Daniel Wanderlei, who has been helping me with all my jiu-jitsu and with everything on the ground. So, I mean, we're prepared for him. Daniel prepared Paul and Anthony on the ground. Duke prepares us on the feet. So, we're ready to go.
When you think about this fight, how do you envision yourself beating him on Saturday?
I feel like it's going to be a fight of the night kind of fight, where it's going to be a gruesome, high-paced, go fight, and that's where I want to take it, and so I think that's how it's going to go.
I don't mean to disrespect you, but when this fight was announced, people in Brazil was disappointed because they were hoping that Charles Oliveira was going to get a top 15 fighter, but this is such a huge opportunity for you on the other side. So how do you think this win against him Saturday helps you move up the rankings in the...
Well, let me ask you a question first. How many people that were ranked ahead of Charles wanted to come down here and fight him in his hometown?
Probably none.
Probably no one, because it doesn't make sense, and they're ranked ahead. Why do that? So, and how many people behind him wanted to go fight him? So they had asked me first to fight Leo Santos, who is almost the same fighter stylistically, tall, long, very good jiu-jitsu, good striker. He just knocked out Stevie Ray with 1 punch. So I said yes to him, and then they said, he's not fighting, but Charles Oliveira wants to fight. So I'm assuming Charles was trying to fight and no one wanted to fight him. And as soon as they said Charles, I said, of course, if I'm going to fight Leo, why wouldn't I fight Charles? He's ranked, way bigger opportunity, so the payout is way bigger, and my stock will go up. I think it's all gain for me, and all the pressure's on him. On paper, he's supposed to win. In everyone's eyes, he's supposed to win. But no one knows my true skill set yet. And this is my opportunity to crack the top 15, get a big name on my record, and keep climbing the ladder. This is just the beginning.
Do you think Charles Oliveira is a tougher matchup compared to Leo? He's a better fighter compared to Leo, or think?
I mean, I believe he has more experience. He's a lot younger. Leo only fights so often because I think he's injury prone. He's like 39 or 40. Charles is younger than me. So, and he's got, how many fights is it? 25, 30 UFC fights. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely a more experienced, I think, sharper, skilled opponent. But that's what I'm here for. I didn't come here. If I wanted to fight bums, I would have stayed on the regional circuit in New Jersey, fighting in a gymnasium, you know. So.
Thank you very much, man. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you.